Alexei Navalny's health condition has deteriorated sharply in the jail, his lawyers are not allowed to see him. Navalny's allies suspect that he was put in the prison's hospital.
Here's a summary of the article.
Opposition leader Alexei Navalny has been feeling worse since the end of last week in Correctional Colony No. 2 in the Vladimir region. The manager of Navalny's headquarters, Leonid Volkov, writes about this in the Telegram channel. Since the end of last week, he has been experiencing severe back pain, conveyed that the leg was taken away, he could not step on the leg, while for the entire time he received 2 ibuprofen tablets. Under all the circumstances known to us, a sharp deterioration in his health cannot but cause extreme concern, writes Volkov. He adds that today Navalny's defenders Olga Mikhailova and Vadim Karbzev for the first time could not meet with him at the appointed time. According to the lawyers, the meeting was scheduled for 1300, by 1645 they still had not been able to meet with Navalny. They have 3 offices for meetings with lawyers and a room with 9 places for meetings with relatives by telephone through the glass. All this is empty, and they pretend that they have only one office. Volkov quotes Navalny's defenders. Volkov suggests that the politician can now be in the prison hospital, and the colony administration can hide it from the defenders.
This post received a score of 20,000, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I had a feeling him being sent to prison would be a death sentence. I have feeling not a quick one either.
Undoubtedly from his own health conditions. Ugh.
The psychological torture he's going through is mad though, it will fucked him up physically as well. Ever since they moved him to the penal colony, he's being closely monitored because they categorized him as high escape risk. At night, he is woken up every hour by the guards who are filming him by a camera and shouting the time out loud.
Greater than ever since they moved him to the penal colony, he's being closely monitored because they categorized him as high escape risk. Yes, this man, who had already escaped Russia and then voluntarily boarded a plane back to Moscow, having notified everyone in advance he was coming back, of course, is clearly high escape risk. Makes perfect logical sense to me, comrade. A shame nothing could have been done about his upcoming suicide either. Simply tragic.
I hope it ignites a fucking storm upon Putin and his cronies.
Spoiler alert. It won't. Russia is as corrupt as they come. If not Putin, then 20 other unbelievably wealthy oligarchs will find a replacement that has their best interest in mind. All world leaders are too busy making their money to do anything about it.
He receives everything, but writing letters in English is not allowed and stopped by prison censorship. Maybe you can use online translator to Russian and print out a letter. For example, in this case try to avoid anything political, write about common life. Prisoners receiving letters or postcards are respected among others and prison administration treats them more carefully. There is also an online service for telegrams, though only in Russian.
Google Translate works for Russian.
His lawyers aren't allowed to see him but he receives letters from supporters. Not saying it doesn't make sense. But it doesn't.
The colony has 3 private rooms for meetings with lawyers and another large meeting room fitting up to 9 people. Navalny's lawyers have not been allowed to see him since the morning, even though they had an official appointment. This was explained that all prisoners had to do regime measures up to 1500 as I understand it. It means some regular duties prisoners perform in prison. At 15 o'clock, another lawyer who came to a different prisoner was allowed in, even though his appointment was next in line.
The Guardian story.
Thanks for an actual decent source. For non-Russian Redditors not in the know, DTF is basically a social network, aggregator where anyone can post anything, with user-submitted news later sorted by upvote system, so I'm surprised reposting it as a reliable outlet is even allowed on this sub in the first place.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.